One of them is you rely on Jimmy more than you should. That is very, very true. And I think I've mentioned this before, that I do feel too dependent on Jimmy. He's a very independent person. He definitely, when he wants something, he knows it, and he just kind of navigates life with this really strong heart. And so I just want some of that. That's something about him that I really, really admire. And I don't know what happened to me. I'm just not like that. It's like little things like navigating a map or taking the bus. I'm afraid of getting lost, and they don't really sound like big things, but those are things that I want to be able to be comfortable doing on my own. Ooh. Low-key want to know what it's like sleeping with someone else. There are a lot of times where both me and Jimmy have talked about this, so it's not like a big secret. We do wonder what it would be like to date other people or do it with other people. But the more I think about it, I just love him so much that the curiosity is so small for me. But yeah, I do wonder about that kind of stuff sometimes. Don't want this to be rude or anything, but maybe Jimmy pays for everything. I actually get a lot of this, and I never wanted to talk about it really because it's a little bit of a sensitive subject. When I'm nervous, I start to smile and laugh. It's just a reflex. So he does pay for a lot of stuff. The rent at this apartment he pays for, and that's a big thing obviously that he pays for, because a lot of these assumptions are like just basically assuming that I'm rich and somehow that's how I live in this city. But it's because Jimmy pays for us to live here. And I'm not going to talk about it too much because that's something between him and I, but I am gonna say that I am always really, really, really thankful and grateful to him that he brought me out here. And I'm working really, really hard to be at a point where we can financially share the burden together. And yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say. Overthought the pink hair and kind of miss it now. You wish you would have gone blonde instead of pink. I don't miss the pink hair. Okay, wait. I do miss the pink hair because it was such a pretty color. Actually, let's just talk about it. So, obviously in my last video I had pink hair and I had it for like a week or something, and I dyed it back to black because although I thought it was so pretty, like when I looked at my hair I was like, this is a beautiful color, like she couldn't have done a better job. I just kind of looked at myself, me with the hair, and I just felt really uncomfortable. I don't know, I just didn't really feel like myself. And I was thinking, okay, maybe it's because I haven't had colored hair for a while, so let me just give it like a week and I'm sure that I'll feel more comfortable in it. And as the days went on, I just felt more and more not myself, and it was really sad because I really, really loved the color. I thought it was so pretty. Like when I looked at my hair like this, I was like, wow, it's so pretty. And then I would look in the mirror and I would be like, why don't I like this on myself? Anyway, so that's why I changed it back to black, because it was that unsettling for me. And then yes, I do wish I would have gone blonde instead of pink, because at least then I could have played around with hair colors more. But oh my gosh, see, I get a lot of these ones. There's one that says you're practically living off your boyfriend. There's one that says you are very open about things, and I would like to say that I am. It's so funny because me and Jimmy talk about this a lot, but he always says that I seem open, but I'm not really an open person. Jimmy always says it kind of confuses me because it makes me feel like you're an open person, but then you're very closed off with things that you want to keep. And when we were talking about that, it's not like I don't know why I'm like that. I know why. It's because I've learned that when I share too much about myself to someone, I feel like they have too much of me, if that makes sense. And it can just be very like stupid things, like just like them knowing how I like a certain food prepared, or they know certain little quirks about me, and I share that with them. I feel like, oh, I shouldn't have said that because now they have a part of me and I can't take that back because I already told them. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I seem like an open person, but actually don't really think I am. I don't know. You only got into Korean culture after K-pop became more popular. No, I've always been, this is a little tough because I've always been very sensitive about being Korean because I'm so American. Like on one of my videos on Instagram, I was practicing singing this song in Korean and I put it up and you guys were really nice, but there was this one comment that was like, I don't understand how you're Korean but you don't know Korean. And I answered politely. I said it's because I was born here and my parents only spoke to me in English. And so the topic is sensitive to me because I do feel a lot of shame for not knowing my own language and a lot about my culture. And I talk to a lot of people about it who are also Korean American or Korean whatever, wherever they were born. And they were just saying like, you shouldn't feel like ashamed about it because you were born here and you were spoken to in the primary language of your country. So of course you know that language. And I try and remember that, but I think now I just feel like I'm at a point where I need to stop kind of shying away from that topic and just be a little bit more proactive about my shame. I don't know how to explain it, like be more proactive about feeling not good or sad that I don't know anything about it. If I don't know anything about it, then I can't just sit here and wallow in it. I should do something about it. If I want to know stuff about it, I need to take action and learn about it, you know? So that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm not gonna say that because K-pop is popular, that's why I'm interested in Korean culture, because that's not true at all. But I am really happy that it's becoming a lot more popular, and I'm very excited for the North American tour for Blackpink. If somebody didn't make your food or drink right, you wouldn't tell them to redo it. Oh my gosh. This is so true. I'm just not like a confrontational person. Like I'm not gonna tell someone to redo my food. You really want to get married, but you let Jimmy influence your real feelings because he ain't ready. No, I do not want to get married right now. I just don't, I guess it's not really like, no, I don't want to get married. It's more like, I just don't care to get married, and I would prefer to wait because I don't feel like I want to be a married woman. Anyways, I hope that kind of explained it. You've never smoked weed. I actually have, and I did not enjoy it. Okay, so the first time I ate an edible, oh my God. Okay, wait, back up. So one time I ate an edible, the first time, and I didn't feel anything. Second time, didn't feel anything. Third time, I felt so weird. Like I felt like, so I was with Jimmy, right? And then he was talking to me, and then I was so like not in my head that I heard what he was saying, but I knew if I didn't answer within the first like minute, I wouldn't remember what he said. So he would be like, do you like the food? And I was eating Chipotle and I'd be like, yeah, I like the food. And then he would say something else. I'd be like, crap, what did he just say? I totally forgot what we were talking about. Like my brain was so weird. And then I just remember like thinking he would say something and I would laugh and I would be like, I wouldn't normally laugh at something like that, so why am I laughing right now? I was very kind of, I couldn't focus on anything, but I was hyper focused on how high I was. And so it was a really, really, really bad and uncomfortable experience. Like I started being like, Jimmy, I can't eat my Chipotle. Like I was like so sad and he was laughing the whole time, but I did not enjoy it. And then I smoked weed one time, or no, 2 times, because I was like just trying it out. And then I remember I smoked it and I hella burned my throat. And after that I was like, this is not for me. You cry at least once a week. I actually don't really cry that much. You can ask Jenny. I don't ever cry. I assume that you being so high-pitched is annoying to your boyfriend. I actually don't know if he thinks it's annoying. I should ask him, like, to truthfully, honestly tell me if he thinks my high-pitched voice is annoying. But I do get comments like that on the vlog channel, like if they think my high-pitched voice is intentional, because it is intentional. Like, okay, so it's kind of intentional because I realize that I do it, but in the moment I don't know that I'm doing it, and it's kind of just become habit at this point. That's just when I'm happy or I'm with Jimmy, that's just how I start talking. You bought a pink wig for likes when your hair isn't actually dyed? Oh, come on. My hair was dyed, man. I even vlogged it, but I didn't put it out because my hair is not pink anymore, but it was pink. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I've been talking to myself for a really long time. That was kind of fun to do because then I got to kind of explain certain things about myself that I feel like I wouldn't normally in like a get ready with me, because nothing is prompting me to. But I hope that helped you learn a little bit more about myself and that you had fun. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.